Okay, so let's take a look at how you can install Apache Cassandra on Ubuntu. So what I'm going to do is I have opened this Apache Cassandra page and I'm going to click on download now. Now here you will find either option to download the tar file or you can check the instructions, right? So what we're going to do is we will follow this particular path, but there are some of the dependencies for Apache Cassandra, right? So what we'll do, we will open terminal, right? So along with terminal, what we can do is we'll keep one browser here and terminal on the right. Okay, so first thing we will be installing, so sudo apt, then you can install openjdk -8, right? And then -jdk and then -y, right? You will have to enter your sudo password, then let it run, say yes if it requires, otherwise let it finish its update, right? After we let it download and complete the openjdk, we will have to also check the Java version, because we'll have to see whether it gets within the path. So the normal installation flow will install it and also allow you to check the Java version, right? So we'll do that. So there is some delay because we have a bit slower connection today, around 100 Mbps only, so it will take a bit time. Just in that case, once it downloads, it will install a lot quicker, right? As you can see, it was around 48 MB, but I don't know how it turned out to be slow for me, right? Once we have openjdk, we'll also be needing two more dependencies, one being rtransport, https, and GNU-PG. So we'll install that too, right? As you can see, all of the process finishing a lot quicker. So let me just make it a bit bigger, but let's go and make this one smaller so that I can get more focus on command prompt. Right now here I will be typing in Java, then -version, and here you see openjdk and 1.8 version. Next thing, let me just clear this so that I can move further, right? So sudo then apt install, right? Then apt -transport -https, right? And also GNU-PG 2, right? These two things we will be needing, say -s, so that it will go on without us having to manually do it, right? Then we will have to come back to this particular browser option where we get to add this list, right? So we'll do that first, and then we will do sudo apt update and finally install it, right? So we will be adding this particular gpg key, then repository, right? So first thing, we have to copy this and paste it here. Use your tab, then hit enter, and we get it added. Now the next thing would be to add the repository keys using curl. Paste. Hopefully that works, and no valid found, then we will have to manually use this. Then here paste it, use tab, hit enter, and it gets added. Now we will have to sudo apt update so that it will completely add our repository. So sudo apt update, right? You will just wait for that. As you can see here, they used apt-get and we have used sudo apt update, so either one should be fine. We got 2 warnings of keys, so I'll just ignore for now. Then let's clear this. Now what we can do is we will simply use sudo then apt install then Cassandra then -y. Hit enter. It should install the package, right? As you can see, 47.5 MB of the package. It will take a bit of time there, so just wait. In case if you are getting any errors using this particular step, as you can see, this particular step may cause the error and warning. As you can see, that's related to GPG key, right? So let this one install. Right now, once the installation is finished, you get to clear this. You can type in sudo systemctl and then let's say status of Cassandra, right? So we will see if it's running or not. As you can see, it's running and it says active. Right now let's take a look at whether we have SQL sh. So SQL sh, and as you can see, it connects to a test cluster, right? So if we type in show version and if we enter, it should show us the SQL sh version. If it does, that means you have Cassandra installed. Okay, now we have managed to open SQL sh and we also have Apache Cassandra properly installed. As you can see, we also got the version of SQL sh and Cassandra. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to change the cluster name, right? So I'm going to type in update then space where we have to type in system, right? So local system.local and then set, right? And then cluster, right? So cluster and then underscore name, right? And then here you have, let's see, something like DevNami is my cluster, so I will name it DevNami, right? Now where we have to also specify key, so where key equals to, let's say, local, so it should be in our lowercase and within quotes, right? And also make sure that your previous name was also in quotes, which is single quote, right? Because that's important, otherwise it could flag error, right? And we end our statement here as well. So like SQL Server, we will be using semicolon, and it worked, right? So now to exit this, what we can do is we will type in exit and then again SQL Server like semicolon exit, and we are out. Now next thing, we will have to edit the configuration file, which is cassandra.yaml file. So to do that, we'll type in sudo then nano then use / then etc then / Cassandra then / then cassandra.yaml, right? Hit enter and here is your file, right? Now what we can do, we'll have to check for cluster name. Here it says test cluster. We will change this to our cluster name that we just checked, right? So we can go here and here we'll have to just replace this with, let's say, DevNami, right? So that's done, right? So we'll have to save this, right? So just we will use that option exit. For that we will use Sorry, seems like I have lost touch on this. Yes, so we have to save, so we say yes, right? So our changes are saved. Now we'll have to check with our node tool, right? So we will use node tool, then flush system, right? If it goes everything as planned, we'll have to sudo, which is systemctl, and then restart Cassandra, right? So let it go through that, and it has done that. Now let's clear this and come back to SQL.sh. Okay, so it says connection refused, so we will try and use our option sudo, then systemctl enable Cassandra, right? Right, now let's try and type in SQL.sh, and here we see our new cluster name, which is DevNami. So you managed to change the cluster name as well.